loves, welcome back to another video. My name is Alizé and I'm your favorite black transsexual. Get up into the big power, whatever. I'm back. How y'all doing, girl? You already know what this black transsexual was having to do, girl. I'm having to push out this content for y'all, girl. Boom shakalaka. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, girl. I'm going to be telling y'all, you know, the things that I wish I knew before I came out as transgender. You know, just some tips and tricks and just some things that, you know, some of you dolls need to know if you are trying to come out the closet or whatever, you know, get up into it. Before we get into today's video, girl, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe because you will never find another black transsexual like me. Hello, hello, hello. I'm beautiful, you're beautiful. Get up into the bed, pair, whatever. Go ahead and lock in on myself. The first thing that I want to talk about is do not rush your transition. Well, I really wish that, you know, I learned this, you know, before I came out as transgender, because I'm not gonna lie, you know, the things that we see on TikTok, like, you know, we see all the dolls that look fishy, we see all the dolls that, you know, have the hormones, and then there's just us, you know, they want to call us bricks and stuff because we're not on hormones and stuff like that, or because we don't fit, you know, society's, you know, beauty standard and stuff like that, and we don't have the BBLs, the curvy figures, the nice old, you know, mommy milkers and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Do not rush your transition. Transitioning is a process, and it's not going to happen overnight where you're just instantly passable and you're instantly just so gorgeous. No, it does not work like that in the real world. You have to understand that this is an everlasting journey of yours. You have to constantly keep evolving. If you want to make it in your transition, you have to have the mindset that I want more for myself, and not more in, you know, the sort of sense of I want surgeries, I want this, I want that. Like, no, that you want to complete it one step at a time. Everything takes time. Take a break every now and again while you're transitioning. Like, you don't need to sit over here and flood yourself into social media and consume so much content to where you're like, oh my God, I need to hurry up with my transition. Oh my God, I need to, you know, fit, you know, society's beauty standards. I need to get this nice expensive car, this nice expensive house. No. Take your time, breathe. For goodness sake, breathe. Jesus Christ, you don't need to sit over here like, you know, how do I say this? You really don't need all that extra stuff in your transition. Literally, just take your time. Don't rush it. For goodness sake, like, I really hate that some trans women peer pressure you into, you know, trying to get on hormones, and now you have to go do some sketchy things to get on some hormones. You don't have to do that. It takes time. You know, literally, you're not going to instantly get all those surgeries. You're not going to instantly get the, you know, beautiful face. It takes time. And the key to your transition, if you want to pass, you have to put in the effort to pass. And you're not going to instantly 100% pass, literally. And that's the next thing I'm going to get into, literally. The next thing that I want to talk about is that you would not 100% pass. I want you guys to understand, it doesn't matter how many surgeries you get. It doesn't matter how many, you know, fillers you get, or for my trans men, you know, how many binders you put on, or, you know, you getting top surgeries and stuff like that. Hey, come here and let me tell you this. There are going to be days where you give clocky. You have to embrace it, because you have to understand that you are transgender. So you were born in the body that, you know, God is giving you, and you just have to accept it. For me, let me give you a tip that I learned. I accept that I was born a guy. So, like, when somebody says, oh, you look like a guy, or, you know, you got big, strong hands, or you got a big, strong face. Okay, I was born a guy. What am I supposed to have? Girly features? No, honey, I'm transgender. Like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bud. Like, bada bing, bada boom. Like, I'm transgender, so I have to accept every flaw that comes with me. Yes, I do have some times where I'm insecure and stuff like that. But I'm really not, like, you know, how do I say this? I'm really not so intertwined with my insecurities. Like, if I don't pass, I don't pass. Like, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm transgender, for goodness sake. Like, I don't need to pass 24/7, and you don't either. You don't need to feel society's, you don't need to feel the societal peer pressure of passing 24/7, because it's impossible. You're never going to 100% pass, literally. And another thing is, even if you pass, sometimes people are going to be ignorant and call you, you know, your dead name, or, you know, Miss misuse your pronouns on purpose, misgender you. That's what I'm trying to say. They're going to misgender you on purpose, or sometimes accidental, and it's not the end of the world. You don't need to overreact and be like, no, use my pronouns, no. You don't need to act like Lily Tino and sitting over here recording people and be like, no, this person called me a man, this person called me a woman. Hey, it's not that serious. Calm down. Jesus Christ, take a breather. Literally, it's not that serious. If you're a trans person and you say that you're a real woman or a real man, why do you care about somebody misgendering you? Literally, it doesn't make no sense to me. And I understand that it's like, oh, well, they're supposed to respect. Hold up, calm down. If you're a real woman that you say that you are, you don't need to be caring about what other people think about you. Rule number one. And that's all I gotta say on that. Bada bing, bada boom. Testing. And also, you don't have nothing to prove. Once you realize that you're very comfortable in your skin, anytime somebody tries to pick at your character, you don't need to react because you're already comfortable in your skin. Therefore, you don't need to sit over here and always announce that you're transgender or announce that you're a real woman, because you're very comfortable with who you are inside and not just what's on the outside. The next thing that I wish that I learned before I came out as trans is that stop caring about what people think about you or what others perceive of you. Get it? Literally, that's what I'm trying to say. All I wish that I knew before I came out as trans is that I don't need to sit over here and demand respect, because respect is earned, it's not given. You get what I mean? And people aren't obligated to sit over here and like me. How do I say this? If everybody likes you, I don't know, like, you're not making it in this world. Like, don't be a people pleaser where you need to sit over here and listen to everybody's critique about you. No, you could take critiques, don't get me wrong. Sometimes some people are just out here to actually help you, but there are those people that are literally just trying to pick at you and be trolls, but you don't need to feed into the negative trolls. You really don't. If you truly love yourself, you don't need to be caring about what other people think about you, because they're not walking your shoes. They're not walking your path. You are the only one walking your path. So with that being said, if you're walking your path and you truly love yourself, walk in your truth, walk in your realness, literally. Ignore the outside sources and ignore all those people who are talking about you, because they're not walking your path, sweetie. You love yourself, so stay true to yourself. Live in your truth, sister. You literally know who you are, so why do you care about what people think about you? What we do in our transition is not beg people to accept us. You don't need anybody else's acceptance, because you accept yourself in your skin. You get what I mean? You love yourself. So stand in your truth, sister. Walk in your realness, literally.
Next caller.
Because when you're always constantly trying to prove a point, you're always constantly trying to sit over here and prove to people that, you deserve respect and stuff, it's going to make you into an angry person. It's going to make you very depressed. If you don't want it to be depressed in your transition, just let the negativity go and stop caring. And y'all keep asking me, well, how do I stop caring? You just stop. Literally. I don't care. Say, I don't care what people think about me. You need to sit over here and go on a self-healing journey and just talk to yourself. Be your own best friend and literally talk to yourself in the mirror and be like, sister, I love you. Walk in your realness. You're bad. You're film. You're pretty. You're petite. Like, I love myself. I don't care what people think about me. That's what you got to constantly tell yourself. I don't care what people think about me. Literally. You are beautiful and you are a human being. You deserve every bit of respect that everybody else gets. But it's okay, sister. You should already have that respect for yourself before you need anybody else's respect. And I rest my case on that.
Next caller. Because you ain't talking about nothing big.
The next thing that I want to say is it's okay if you don't want surgeries or you don't want to take hormones. Don't feel the peer pressure. Don't fall into the peer pressure. You know who you are, so live in your true, sister. And I mean that from the utmost respect. I love myself and I want more for myself. I really don't care about what people think about me, and I keep saying that. Like this one trans woman back a while ago, she said that, I need to take hormones to be considered trans. No, I don't. I feel this inside. I know who I am and I love myself. I don't need to listen to everybody else. If you call me a brick, oh well, like I don't care. Like you can't be sitting over here. Like one thing, I'm gonna be real. One thing I hate about this community sometimes is that how can you tell other people what to do with their transition? You're not walking their path, literally. And one thing I hate is that some people say, well, you're not trans if you don't take hormones. That doesn't make any sense because you were in the same goddamn boat with everybody else. You didn't have hormones. So you can't just be cocky and ignorant to other people and say, oh, you're not trans if you don't take hormones. You're literally in the same boat, so it makes no freaking sense, literally. Stop sitting over here hating on other people. And that's what I hate about some of these trans people. That it just bothers me, literally. Like, it's okay to not want to follow trends and follow what other people are doing. Like, just do what makes you happy, literally. And that's all I gotta say with that.
Next caller.
The next thing that I want to say is that you need to embrace your voice, whether it's high or low. For my trans men and women, I need you guys to come here and listen to me when I say this. It is okay for you to have a deep voice. It is okay for you to have a high-pitched voice. It is okay. There are literally men out here. I was born a man and I had a high-pitched voice my whole life, literally. And there are, women out here with deep voices. It is okay. That isn't something that defines you. And if you're so insecure and you're like, how should I stop caring about, how do I say this? If you're asking yourself, what can I do to not be so insecure about my voice? Literally be like, there's literally people out here with the same voice that I have, and they're literally cisgender. So when people be like, oh, I could tell that you're trans just by your voice. Okay, and there's nothing to be ashamed. Like, I'm not ashamed of my transition. That's the mindset that you need to have, literally. That's the, you need to have that in your noggin, that I don't care what people think about me. Literally, this is my goal. This is my life. This is my life decision. And also, that's a superpower that you guys have, especially for my trans women. If you have a deep voice, you really can use that, and you can really use that in real life scenarios, like when a guy is catcalling you and you don't want to talk to him and he's constantly trying to push up on you. You can be like, hey, like, I'm a man, like, get away from me, like, I ain't with all that gay stuff. Like, literally, like, it comes in handy, it comes in clutch, because sometimes it scares them off, and it's like, yes, I know, that's right, I got that transsexual power, bada bing, bada boom, like, hello. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Embrace it. Like, embrace the beauties and embrace the flaws that you have. And even then, you don't really have any flaws. Those insecure things that you have, like those insecurities that you have, that's really society telling you that you need to fix it, when in reality, you don't need to fix it. You just need to love everything about it. And I know y'all might be like, well, it's easier for you to say because, quote unquote, you passed, because, quote unquote, you have the film face, you have the film surgeries. No, I don't have no surgeries. And I don't take hormones. I just embrace everything about me. It took a long time for me to get this way. There were times, and there is still times, where I do look clocky. It's not the end of the world. I don't care how anybody feels about me. I love myself enough. And that's what I want you guys to learn, is to love yourselves, literally. The next thing that I want to talk about is that the dating scene is literally non-existent as a trans person. And you just have to accept that. Lord, I hate the dating scene out here as a trans woman, literally, because every guy just wants to use me as a secret, and I do hate it. I hate it so much that sometimes it makes me depressed, and I had to reassure myself sometimes that, like, hey honey, you are still a lovable trans person. And something that I had to realize is that I don't have to be focusing on love right now. I have to focus on myself, because I want more in my life. And how can I want more in my life if I'm putting all my energy into a man? I don't need to be, boy crazy. Like, I'm grown. Like, I had to sit over here and really worry about myself if I want more for myself, literally. And what I'm basically trying to say is that sometimes, like, society, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, the guys out here, they're only looking at you as an object. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, they're using you as an object. Like, most guys, not all guys, but most guys are using you as an object. And then some guys are just not, really secure enough in their sexuality or, their masculinity. And, that's why some of them you know, they're open to dating you, but they will never like publicly date you, and they'll treat you like ish because they're battling, you know, that toxic masculine, they're battling that toxic masculine mindset of theirs. And it's okay, because what I've noticed is that, you know, sometimes you just have to be the bigger person and kind of, you know, like, you know, be like, hey, sugar, it's okay. I'll be on this journey with you. But me, I'm grown. I ain't finna baby no goddamn man, bitch. I'm too old for that. Literally, girl. It's either you come out the closet and you accept me, or there ain't nothing else. There's nothing else. And you're not a secret. That's another thing. You are not a secret. You need to love yourself, literally. If you really have self-love, you wouldn't be nobody's secret. That's another thing. Like, I used to always ask myself, I used to be like, why am I not in a relationship? Like, why, you know, is everybody else in a relationship and I'm just sitting over here, you know, lonely, stuff like that? Well, that's because I have self-respect for myself. I don't want to be anybody's secret. Like, literally, I don't see why you would want to be somebody's secret when you're so beautiful and you already accepted yourself. Like, there's no point. There's literally no point. And also, another thing is, you will attract trans chasers. I don't know if you're already experiencing it now, but like, you will attract them. So be prepared. There's nothing wrong with talking to a trans chaser, but dating one, no. Hell no. Literally no. I would personally date a bisexual man or a pansexual man or even a gay man. I'm attracted to gayness. I like gay people. I'm not attracted to straight men, because straight men only see you as an object. They will only talk to you behind closed doors. They will never fully see you as a woman, and I want somebody to see me as a human being. And yeah, that's just the thing I gotta give you a heads up on. Don't take no straight man serious. I'm just warning you. Y'all might be like, what are you talking about? You gonna fuck around and find out. You gonna mess around and find out, sister, the hard way. So I'm just warning you, literally. And the last and final topic that I have to say is that you need to chase your dreams and always have an end goal in your transition. What I mean by this, and I'm gonna go in more in depth in other videos, but what I mean by this is that, like, for me as a trans woman, I've always wanted to be a content creator. I've always wanted to sit over here and inspire people. And my end goal in my transition is have a house. I want to have a family. I want to sit over here and like have $1 million. And I know a lot of people might be like, $1 million? You ain't never gonna get $1 million. You don't know what the hell I'm capable of. So yeah, watch your mouth. But don't ever get discouraged from your dreams. If you have a dream, chase after that dream. You only get one life in this world, and it's so precious. Please, for the love of God, if you can only take one thing from this video, I want you to listen to me when I say this. Chase your dreams. Don't just sit over here and be like, okay, I want to transition, and once I fully transition, I want to live in peace. There's no fun in that. Why not sit over here and, you know, fully transition, but also help out the youth, you know, sit over here and inspire other trans people to sit over here and love themselves, or, you know, give tips and tricks, or, you know, have a family. Like, you gotta have an end goal in your life. Like, don't just sit over here and be boring. Like, there's no point in doing that. Like, literally, that just sounds boring to just transition, and that's it. That's all. Like, that's the most boring thing in the world, literally. And literally, what else am I trying to say? Have an end goal. I guess I'm trying to say, let me just wrap it up. Everybody has the same 24 hours as Beyonce. You only live once in this world. And a lot of people might be like, have the same 24 hours as Beyonce. That's crazy. No. What I mean by that is, like, you might not have the same tax bracket as Beyonce. You might not have the same money as Beyonce. You might not have the same talent as Beyonce, but Beyonce is a human being. She's going to chase after everything that she wants, and she's going to own everything that she wants. You get what I mean? You are a human being. Don't compare yourself to other people. Hustle for what you want, literally. I always have the mindset that this is not forever. I want more in my life. I want to be a trans woman with net worth. I want to be a trans woman with assets. I want to be a trans woman with a good credit score, with a good family. Like, I want to have an end goal. Before I die, I want to inspire millions upon millions of people to love themselves. I want to change society's, you know, image on trans people, you know, because a lot of, you know, straight people think that we're just crazy, that we're delusional, and that they're deranged. Like, no, I want to change their, you know, perspectives on us, and I want to show them that, hey, we're just human beings with hearts. That's really what I want to do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's just quick and simple. I am finna go to the store and go get some more energy drinks because I have a couple more videos I want to do, and also I have to get ready to start packing for my big adventure. But I love you guys. Stream Nicki Minaj. I hope you guys enjoyed this simple, quick little video. But yeah, this video ended. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Bye, lads.